Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Gonna go ahead and work up some more glass. Got a little piece of blue glass here. Then I also have a piece of green glass. So, we're gonna go ahead and work on the green glass. I'm a little bit out of breath, winded. I was just swapping some water out on some of my hides. Running around, so I'm not like crazy out of shape, but man, it was tiring. So we're gonna go ahead and work up some glass. And I think we're gonna use copper just because I want to. Let's see here. Get all my tools within reach. Safety glasses. Alright. I think we'll go ahead and start with this guy here. It's already fairly thin. Let's see what we got here. Try to figure out tip and base. There's the bulb. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go ahead and angle with this one. What sucks about some of this glass is as it gets thinned, it gets more and more, it has less and less color. So we're gonna go ahead and trim that up. Turn this fan on. It's eerily quiet here in the background. So we're gonna trim this guy up. Probably use this little hammerstone just to start. Get rid of the sharp edges. Okay. So we have our tip, and there's got a huge bulb here, but it cups here, so we may not want to go that route. Let's see here. This is a little sandstone hammerstone. Just working. Doing a little thin in here. Little thinning, little trimming, little thinning, little trimming. See, this has got a little sweep, so we're gonna try to get rid of that. By bringing that up. Oopsie daisy. Let's see here. There might be a small point in this one. Let's see. There's a point in that. I was wanting to make a little bit more, something a little more substantial, a little, 3/4 wide, 1.5 inch tall kind of deal. I think I just hit that one. I struck it too high. But we can make this the base, this the tip, and that'll be reasonable. Try to switch over to pressure here. my notcher. It's a piece of rod twisted, and then I hammer the tip. Just copper work hardens. So we're gonna go ahead and try to work this in a little bit better. Piece of sandstone. Well loved. Used to look like a bread loaf. Now it does not. Go ahead and try to thin this guy out a little bit. Gotta get rid of this square edge, so we'll do a bit of zigzagging. That broke weird. Sometimes glass can fracture in a weird way. I don't know if it's the type of stuff that's in it or not, but as you can see, it blew out that whole side, which I'm not sure why it did that. There's still a small point in here, but it's getting smaller than what I wanted to work on today. But we'll keep picking at it. Maybe we'll make a tiny little Columbia Plateau. So does it still count as abo napping if you use a copper pressure flaker, but then you use antler and hammerstone for your shaping? Just kind of curious as to how that works. For me, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care what you do, but is it considered abo to use a copper pressure flaker? Me, I think it is. Because there is documentation of different people using them. So, and things get mislabeled all the time. So, here's where we're at so far. It's not looking very pretty, but we've got time. We've got the thickness, so I'm hoping that maybe we can pull something out of here. We'll get something, it just won't be very big. Hopefully it's not a waste of your guys' time watching here. I know it's not always super entertaining. We'll see what we can do here. I think a Columbia Plateau would be pretty cool. Or maybe a Calapooia type. When I do glass points, I like to make things that would have been found made out of obsidian. You don't have to, it's just something that I like to do. We're basically going to make a really steep triangle, and then we're going to basil notch it, and then we're going to pull the sides in, and that's the goal. Right now I'm just trying to work on symmetry and thickness because this is kind of a chunky flake. So I'm trying to get it down to where I like it. Which is what's nice about copper, is it really holds an edge well. You can really apply some pressure without having to worry about it crumbling and slipping like you would antler. So you can be a bit more aggressive. Also a good way to break your point too. Being too aggressive. Let's see here, come along. Pull this side in still. We're gonna do a bit of shearing here. Okay, we're getting closer. This one's gonna take a bit of doing here. So here's where we're at. You can see we got some symmetry issues, but we got our base, and then we'll work on fixing the symmetry on the triangle side of things. Switch to a finer tipped pressure flaker. I'm going to save the tip for last, because that's usually what breaks. Had another weird fracture again. See that? We're 8 in. Donk. Daggone it. Pain in the butt when that happens. Sometimes it happens. Try and clean it up best we can here. Glass can be a pain, but it can also be a lot of fun. It can also be a challenge to see. Let's see here. Still gotta pull that over some. This is a pretty soft sandstone. Also. Okay, let's see here. So I think we're gonna need to pull this side in a little bit. A little more. Alright, so here's this. I'm going to go ahead and try to basil notch it and give it that nice long barbed short stem look. Notcher. We'll see what happens. Let's see. I need something squishy but stiff, if that makes sense. Pretty happy with that notch. I'm going to try to do the other side without breaking that other one off. I popped an ear off. That might be fixable yet, but we'll see. Here's where we're at. One side looks better than the other. That's because I broke the other side. So just gonna keep picking at it here. Try to clean it up. Try to improve upon what we've boogered. Try to even things out also. Looks a little better. Okay, now for the fun part. Trying not to break it. I'll take these off because I can't see you. I need to get some readers or something. Switch this leg pad here. I'm just going to pick at it and try to make it look more dangerous. safety squints over here. We're getting closer, so here's where we're at. We're just trying to pull the sides in to create some convexity. No, concavity. We're just trying to make it look super wicked deadly. And I'm trying not to, you know, when you do a bunch of short little flakes, I'm trying to push in and peel down so I'm not getting like a bevel, if that makes sense. Sorry for the noise. So we're just gonna keep picking at this guy here, try to clean it up. I think that works. Let's see. I may have to do some touch up later, but I think for what it is, I think that works. I don't think I have a picture of a Columbia Plateau anywhere. Let's see if we can find one. Here's what we got. If you guys can see it, it's a little hard to see. Oop, that's not gonna do you any good, is it? So we made a really nice sharp tip, so you can see how it kind of sweeps inward. It makes this really sharp. This thing is really adept to penetration. I mean, that thing is just sleek. But let me check my notes, see if I have a Columbia Plateau in there real fast. They're just right here. That way we can compare. No, we could have done a Vendetta. That's right, we'll do one of those another time. Ah, there you are. Oh, I'm not too far off. I think the stem needs to shorten up, but here's your Columbia Plateau right here. Here's mine, it just has a bit longer stem. Oh, I can't even see. Hang on. Yeah. Needs to flare out more too. Let's see if we can do that, sharpen that up just a bit. So it needs to flare out more. There, I think that looks a little better. I think the base needs to come in a little bit. A little bit more, I think. Just so we can get a nice, yeah, I think that works. Here we go. We just touched it up a little bit. That's more like it. I wish I could hold this better for you guys. All right. Columbia Plateau. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye.